Let's get after it, huh? Yeah. This would be a good hose for later in life. We're going to set it down on the oil pan and a block. Let's see. What is this? It smells like oil. All right. I don't think that's going to be enough. We're going to need the bigger one. And then it should sit on that square pan. Okay, let's feel it. Yeah, should be fine. We'll put some jack stands under it so it can't go anywhere. Ain't going nowhere anywhere. So what I think the oil pan in X was backwards. So I think we'll take this pan off and we'll get it cleaned up and we'll see what we can see. It is definitely cracked and leaking, but I might be able to fix it. It does have broken exhaust manifold studs. It looks pretty good though, all in all. Wire wheel up some stuff, pressure wash some stuff, get this off. This sucks that that's broke, but we'll get that off and make sure it didn't damage that coupling. We'll get this oil pan, we'll get it out there, pressure wash it, get the oil pan off, and we'll set it in there and get it on the mounts, get it on the front mount, and get it set down on some blocks on the back. And we're going to turn it real quick and make sure it works. He said he took his turning tool and it turned no problem. So we believe him. And this cover's almost off, so that leads me to believe that it was recently turned. You guys can just look at the front of that. A little rust in there. Does turn. There's some rust in there though, so hopefully it's good. Shouldn't take me long. Shouldn't take me long. I'll have it in there setting down on the mounts tomorrow. And then we'll throw it together, oil pan, pick up, and I don't know if I have a pan gasket. I might have to get a pan gasket, but we can get it in there and get it wired up, and I'll get a pan gasket coming ASAP, and we'll flip that pan around, put a pickup tube on it, flip the pan around, get it oiled up, get it primed up, hit her with some fuel and see what happens. AC compressor's no good, but that's okay. Hopefully the water pump is good, and we'll have Todd fix this bolt, and then we'll get it running. It would be nice if we could just stick it in and be done with it and have that truck turnkey, and then we'll have to get a transmission. But if the engine runs good and carries good oil pressure and doesn't overheat, then we'll find a transmission, put in there. We'll have to see. I think the truck came with a 13 speed. But we'll see. Anyhow, that's it for today. Hey, what's up, guys? Man, what a nice day today. Overcast, not hot out. Looks like the sun's going to be breaking out here pretty soon, so what we're going to do is we're going to get this mess cleaned up out here, get the pressure washer out, the hot water pressure washer. We'll get this engine pressure washed down. It's not very dirty, but we'll button it up, and while we've got it out here, we'll get this concrete taken care of. I know my dad's probably freaking out from wherever he is that I got this such a mess out here, but anyhow, we're going to sweep up real quick, pick up the mess, move these sleeves over into the sleeve pile, and then get after this with the pressure washer, pressure washer, pressure washer. Let's get after it. Well, there's a lot of work. My feet are really wet. We'll bring it back. It's gotta come off for sure. Alright, we're going to take this oil pan off. So, the reason why we got to take this oil pan off, a couple reasons actually. One is it's broke, but second, this truck takes a rear sump, not a front sump, which is the deep part of the pan. That's the sump, and yeah. I don't guess I need to lay down for this. I could just... Of course, I don't have a pan gasket, or I'd be able to put the good pan on today and the pickup, put oil in it and start it. But yeah. The only way that's happening is if this pan comes off and the gasket stays on the engine. Now, this engine's got 1,000,000 miles on it, and I know this because the flywheel is got about 60 thousandths wore off it, and that doesn't just happen in a couple 100,000 miles. Now they could have just rolled new rods and mains in it and never took it out of the truck. Or this could be a factory reman. Or factory new. Don't know. Call it a preemptive strike. We're going to take this power steering pump off because it's broken, and we're just going to make sure that it didn't damage anything behind this cover, because I think it'll be easier to change this cover in the truck. I mean, out of the truck. Getting hot out. I wish I would have been able to get this done earlier, but it's fine. Okay, looks fine. Yep, just broke the housing. This thing is good. Alright, we're gonna put this thing in the truck. What do you think, guys? You think I can do it? Let's do it. Woo! I hate to have this thing hanging for any length of time. You know it. For some reason, I always do it. I'm always forgetting one. Where did I see it? Right there. Okay. 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 way back, then down. down. Go back 4 inches. Well, this thing keeps shutting off. It's making me irritated, but nothing I can really do about it right now. All right. Okay. Okay, let's see what the problem is. Is this here? Okay. Okay, got this side down under the frame rail and this side down under the frame rail. We're going to move you closer. Okay, now we got to move it back 4 inches or so, maybe 6. Get that maybe right down in there. It's a lot of moving and looking and moving and looking. Okay, we have to move the motor to the left. Can't yet because it's got to come down below the frame. Okay. All right. Now I think if we move this over just a fuzz, and then set her down, should be real close to what we want right there. To got. Okay. Once we get this set in there, we're gonna have to, yeah, it just needs to come forward a little bit. Now it's got to go back a fuzz. What we're trying to do is get those bolt holes down there lined up, and we're super close. Okay, we're gonna come this way a fuzz. Let's see. Okay. All right, so I think we got it in a pretty good space. We've got the front bolt holes pretty lined up. Now the rear bolt holes do not have, they don't have any spacers in there. So once we get the front bolts through, we'll jack this back end up. I'll put some spacers in there just to hold it up while we wait for motor mounts to come. All right, we just got to get these bolts through down here. And it's super hard because, oh, okay, I see. Let's see if it'll go now. I don't think that's supposed to be there. All right, so I don't know if that's that or not. Kind of looks like that's supposed to be like that. No, let's see. So Okay. A couple of nuts and washers. Okay. Looks like that has to go back a little bit. Just go back a little bit. I think it's going to be bigger than 15/16. Yeah. We're setting in the truck. Now we don't have any isolators for these rear motor mounts. It's not an ideal way. And the engine up. I think it's. I think it will. And not really sure. I mean, I'm not going to do too much because we may have to pull it back out of there. You know, we got everything where it ought to be here. Put this pump on. This is bolted in. We need to cover this while it's sitting out here. And yeah, see, it's sitting down on this side and not on that side. Hopefully we don't have any wiring pinched up in here. This all comes up over this side. Stuff we can do from underneath. We'll pull the truck forward so it's on the asphalt. Just have to check with Todd and see if he's got a oil pan gasket. If he has an oil pan gasket, we're going to get it from him. And then we'll replace it with ours. We'll put the big pickup, we'll find the big pickup and oil pan, clean up all the bolts, and we'll get that gasket put on the oil pan and then goop it up and put it on there. We'll have to order the correct looks like it's got a bolt broke off in it. That's not good. We'll have to get that fixed and get that one fixed. Shit, I wish I'd known that. But that's alright. And we'll make sure these are good. We'll get a stud kit put on. We'll get the intake and or the exhaust turbo put on. We'll get this thing oiled up and get it started, and then we'll get it watered up and get it warmed up. But it looks pretty good so far.